Hey guys, welcome back. Another video here on the Schwinn Boundary, and I wanted to do an update on how all of the parts that I've upgraded on it are holding up. I did a couple other videos on what I did to it, and some of the upgrades were budget, and some of them not so budget. And so I just wanted to do a video and share how each thing is held up, and long story short, nothing's broke. I haven't had any problems. Everything's held up great. And, you might be thinking, well, are you just riding cross-country trails, or are you just riding your neighborhood? Our trails here in East Texas, or in Tyler, Texas, Lindsay Park and Faulkner Park, where I normally ride, they are pretty cross-country. I don't want to take anything away from them, because you can pick up some speed and they're building more features all the time. And so there's some jumps and everything, but for the most part, most of it is cross-country. So it's pretty tame, but it's held up fine there. And then our family, we also took a couple trips up to Bentonville, Arkansas, and rode those trails. And trying to learn how to do the jumps, tabletops and stuff, I felt like I was really beating up the bike. It's so much rougher and a lot more speed than I was used to. And, I was worried. I was like, oh my goodness, is this bike going to handle this? Because I wasn't used to that feeling of, it felt like I was jumping and slamming the bike down on top of the tabletops before I was clearing them. And I was scared I was going to break something, break a crank, or is this cheap $10 stem off of Amazon going to break, or whatever. So let's just get in here and see how it's held up, and just do a little piece by piece here. Okay, we are in the master bedroom today because it's about 95 degrees outside here in Texas, and I'm tired of being out in it, so I was tired of sweating. So let's start up here. The race face bars, of course, they're name brand, and I wouldn't expect anything bad out of them. There's that Wake $10 stem off of Amazon, but it has held up. The Jessica headset with sealed bearings. It's a cheap one. I think I got it off eBay, but you can get them off eBay or Amazon. They're cheap. That dropper lever is ZTTO, and it held up fine. The grips are, I think you pronounce it marquee, but no problems with them. They are worn out, but they're not twisting or sliding or nothing. They're working fine. The Shimano MT200 brakes, they are working fine with no problems. The RockShox Recon RL Silver fork, I wouldn't expect anything to happen to that, but it, as expected, it's fine. It works fine, and I love it. Feels great. The WTB Silverado saddle is great. I like how it feels. And then that Brand X Ascend 2 dropper post. I wouldn't really consider that budget, or the WTB saddle, but they are both great. I'm glad I went with them. The IXF crankset, I was nervous about, being such a budget part that holds your weight up because you are constantly on your feet on those pedals and on those cranks. And I was nervous about it holding up, but I did not have one problem at all out of them. And the Fuker pedals, as you can see inside there, there's normally a black ring like this one here. And I don't know what made that part fall out, but it's gone, but there's no problems. I've been riding it ever since, and I haven't had any problems with it. The Microshift Advent X group set, no problems at all, but of course I wouldn't expect it to. It's not exactly budget, but I'm very happy with that. And then the rear wheel that I replaced it with, the only sticker on it is this one here, as you can see. And on Amazon it was called a Wheelmaster's wheel. But anyways, it's fine. It's held up great. The tires, the Continental Trail Kings, as if you remember, I have them set up tubeless on the front and rear, and no problems at all. They're holding great. So that's about it. as you can see, I've replaced a whole lot of stuff. The only things factory are the frame and the front wheel, basically. But I'm happy with each and every little thing I've put on there. And I'm glad that it suited me fine. Like I said, those Bentonville trails are pretty serious. The speed you can get going and the jumps and everything. And everything worked fine. The wreck that I mentioned I'm sure was totally my fault. I don't remember any of it, but I'll make a separate video on that. I don't want to make this one too long for no reason. But anyways, I appreciate you all watching. Hopefully this helped you make decisions on the route you might want to take on your bike. And we'll talk to you later. Thank you all so much.